The Torah tells us that we are not allowed to mix meat and milk together. So because of that, we're supposed to have separate sets of dishes for meat and for milk, because as you know, the food, whatever you put in a dish, gets absorbed into it. And then when you put the next thing in, a little bit comes out. Let's say you take a plastic container and you store in it food that has turmeric on it. You know how it might stain it? That means that the plastic absorbs. Sometimes you could see it, and sometimes you can't really see it. I remember as a teenager, when we lived in Mexico, there was no Halav Israel yet. So the milkman would go to the field, and he would bring, the Jewish man, and he would bring milk, and my mother would boil it, and then she would store it in jars. And one time she stored the milk after she boiled it in a jar that for Shabbat before she had there a salad that had vinegar in it. And guess what? It turned into yogurt. So even though my mother cleaned the dishes really good, so you see that things do get absorbed, and therefore that's why we're supposed to have separate dishes for meat and for milk. Now what happens if by mistake you mix them up? Let's say you mix your tea, or your coffee we should say, with a meat spoon, and you have milk in that coffee. So if that coffee is hot enough, then the spoon would become taref, and you would have to wait 24 hours, clean it, and make hagala. But if that coffee, even though it has milk, and you put a meat spoon in it, so then you could just rinse it and clean it, nothing happened to the coffee, and just wash the spoon and it would be fine. What is considered hot? So hot is that you wouldn't keep your finger there for 15 seconds. If you would put it in and pull it out because you get burnt, that's soledet bo, that your hand gets burnt there, and that would be considered hot. Have a nice day.